What is going on, guys? It's Alric Phoenix. Welcome to some Raid Demolition. I was debating which game to put up, and it was either Raid Demolition or Raid Ground War. I like this Demolition game. It's a little slow to start, so we'll see how much of the beginning I cut out a bit. But the end of it, I get some good shots. I play really well, and I do get my VSAT in the end, which is always pleasant. And the Ground War game, I mean, has a lot of kills, but it's also got a lot of deaths, so that's why I didn't really feel like doing it today. And I don't have quite as much to talk about today. Well, actually, I got a bit. Okay, so when I play with subscribers, I really like it because you get a lot of questions. You know, people kind of pepper you with questions, especially new people, because they don't always go back and especially for new people, they don't go back and rewatch, my games from a year ago. By the way, I've been doing this a year, so hooray for me. But yeah, so new people, they often want to know some new questions, stuff that you've already answered, and I thought that one or two questions I could re-answer and give some new information, which I think is interesting, because the people that saw my videos 1 year ago was about 5 people, so most of you probably, in fact, I'm betting almost all of you don't know any of this. Okay. Why don't I do series, like Road Command or anything like that? Okay. So, the thing with series, first of all, most people that do series are often doing, frankly, Minecraft. I did do a little mini-series, and that was the Gunception, where I did use 2 SMGs, two sniper rifles, etc., etc., but I didn't want to just do, get a Moab with every gun or some nonsense, because first of all, I don't think I could, because I've only ever gotten 4 Moabs in Modern Warfare 3, but I've gotten no nuclears, because I've never tried, I guess. I don't really care to try. So, why don't I do series? I guess because this is a fun, happy-go-lucky fun time for me doing YouTube. It's a hobby, and doing a series, there's people that are super professional, every single day of the week is a very specific video type, and they put out a video 7 days a week, or more. The problem with that is people that do that often get burnt out really quickly. This is a fun hobby, so I don't do series because that's a heck of a lot of work. And I don't really need to put that time in, I guess, because I enjoy commentaries particularly. I like having information. I like talking particularly about the game industry, so that's why I don't do series. What is the best game I worked on? Okay, so I have two answers to this. So again, anyone that doesn't know, I work in video games. I make video games for a living. So there's that. What is the best game I worked on? The best game, in terms of the most polished, the best game that I think that went out, that was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi for Budokai Tenkaichi 2 for PS2. This was about 8 years ago. I think it was probably the best game I've ever put out. It was fantastic. It had 0 problems. I ended up getting the game, and it's super cheap. Sometimes you get a free game when you work on a game, but not always. And it was still fun even after having played it to death. Love the game. Would absolutely recommend it as a fun. Dragon Ball Z games are always a blast. Actually, I have a PS3 Dragon Ball Z game. They're not always fun, but the Budokai games on PS2 were a high point of the system. That was probably my best game I've worked on. Now, my favorite game that I ever worked on, my absolute favorite game, I think would have to be, similar style, but Naruto for PSP. I guess that was 5 years ago. That was just fun. I'm a big Naruto fan, so this was just a fun project. It had a solid story mode. a brand new story. It's not like it followed any anime story. So that was probably my favorite game. And again, it was super polished, great little fighting game, and it was definitely a different game than I had ever played before. So again, great game, great game. And if I could work on any game, what would it be? Oh man. I know a lot of people would say things like, "Oh, I'd like to work on Call of Duty or something." I actually have a rule, and I don't know if a lot of people have a rule, but that rule is, in general, don't work on a game that you would normally buy. And that's weird to say, but if you have a series that you really love, like Call of Duty is like the one series, or even Tekken, probably the other series I probably would like to avoid working on. Not because I don't love the games. The reality is, I think I would be fantastic, and I know everything about the series, and it would probably go very well. But one thing you learn is they cut content and stuff out of games just to get the games out the door a lot of the time. And, there's sometimes a difference when you see the game on the shelf, you're like, oh man, that game could have been so much better if only we left this one piece in or whatever. You kind of get a little sad sometimes. So that's why in general, for me, I really try to avoid anything like that. So that's why I don't. But I guess if I could, it'd probably be a Tekken game. Um, just Tekken and me are just soulmates. We've been together for so long. um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just a couple little Q&As on the game industry. I don't know. If you guys have any questions about the game industry, as always, please feel free to ask. I am happy to talk about it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed the demolition gameplay, some solid ballista sniping. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Game on. Peace out.